Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today? This is me. Okay, so, what do I always say? Peace on earth and love and light to you. I am Gabrielle Ether. Welcome to my channel. So, yeah, we about to get into this Kanye West. What's this album called? Jesus is King. Now I'm thinking about something. It's like you press play and then you get all these messages. Now I'm thinking about something that I feel like I should have done. Should I stop it or should I keep on going? I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going, okay? So, I just realized maybe I should have looked up the gematria for king. I believe I do know the gematria for Jesus, but I don't know if that's just going to be very significant. It could be, I don't know. But I feel like I have enough information. So, y'all, this is what I was thinking about. Maybe like a month ago, I was going to do a reading on Jeezy. I've been hearing that song a lot. I put on for my city. And you guys know that song. I put on for my city, on for my city. I put on for my city. So, I've been hearing that song lately. And I know, right, y'all, that was my song. Who else was that song? Like, who else had that song, like, as like one of their jams, like one of their top jams back in the day? Me, I know me, but anyways, that was my jam, y'all. So I was like hearing that song in my head like probably like a month ago, and I still hear it all the time. But now I realize one of the reasons why I hear it simply because, y'all, that's what they all do. All of them just put on. Y'all probably just know people like that too. That's all they doing, just faking, putting on for their city, putting on for people who don't even really matter, you know. And so yeah, Kanye West is in that song, and I realized he says in one part of that song, like, I'm just gonna have to kind of basically say what it say because I can't just recall how he say it because I don't know that verse, you know, by heart. But he does say something like in his verse, he have the Jesus on his chest, but it really don't mean nothing because Jesus can't bring him no peace. And with that being said, you know, some people feel like he's found Jesus. I beg to differ. I don't feel like, I think Kanye West was always very secure in his beliefs and what he believed in. And I think he very well could have been revolutionary in a more positive way than he is being now. Because, yeah, I don't even think Kanye West is Kanye West no more. Because if you listen to a lot of his old songs and just a lot of things that he used to say, people just believe the media. Oh, y'all, guess what I saw today? I saw a meme that says, anyone that believes in mainstream media, raise your hand. Now take that hand and slap yourself with it. Yeah, that's what I heard. And I mean, that's what I saw, but it's so true because, like, mainstream media will have you feeling like, you know, Kanye West has lost his mind. Kanye West, you know, and the people who actually a lot of people used to feel like he was always crazy. But y'all know Geminis come off like that. Like, all Geminis come off like that. Like, my son, like, most of them do. Most of them, okay? So, and I don't know the rest of his chart. I think I looked it up one time before. Anyways, so I think I did look it up one time before, and his ways did make a lot of sense. But anyways, so my son is a Gemini, and they just come off like that, and they're really highly intelligent people. But anyways, most of them that I know are have like a just this out of this world intelligence, and they really think outside the box, you know. So with that being said, yeah, I feel like he was very confident. I always been confident in who he was, and I'm gonna get out the cards and we gonna see, you know, we gonna get into like Nicki Minaj was saying, we gonna get into some things. So yeah, we're about to get into some stuff or whatever. So and we're gonna see what's going on with that. And yeah, I just believe he was always very confident in who he was and who he believed in. I don't think he just all of a sudden had this revelation and now he just loves Jesus. I think this album was pushed upon him. I think he was made to do this album because he is no longer himself. If he was still himself, he would still have been forced to make this album because they feel like you do or you die. That's how a lot of these celebrities get blood sacrificed anyways, okay? So, hold on, y'all. I just see something that's kind of like on my altar that don't need to be. So let me get that off right quick. Just have to kind of. Okay. Anyways, so I guess I'm gonna use these decks again. I guess Trisha Vibes. If I never pick them up, don't be surprised, because I'm definitely using these, okay? And so let me tell y'all what else I was figuring out. So I went and looked up that album, Jesus is King, right? It's very Illuminati influenced. It has Illuminati symbolism and gematria all over it. So with that being said, let me tell y'all some things about that. And before I start these cards, now if y'all don't want to hear none of this stuff, all of this is what I'm saying is considered part of the reading. But if you want to just go straight to the cards, then I will have a timestamp. So I was looking at the album, and when I first played the album just didn't even sound right. Some of the songs were very catchy, like nice songs, but it didn't sound right. It sounded very demonic. This whole spirit of the CD was very just bad. It's very low, okay? So I was like, I started noticing the numbers just kind of look similar. And so I started adding up all the numbers, and oh my gosh. Okay, so y'all do this. Y'all do this if you want, okay? So go to his album. Every last single song either equals up to be a 3 or an 8. Every last single one of them. Now, if the song says 333, I left it alone. If it's something like 244 or 144, something like that, I usually leave 4s alone also. But I did notice that 4s, of course, they equal 8. And I was like, why these 3s and 8s everywhere? So now, it may not be, if you're not used to calculating up numbers, to find a code, then you might not see that all of those songs ended up being a 3 or 8, because sometimes you have to take a number and subtract it by the other number, but you don't go outside of those numbers or whatever. Say you have like, I know 323 was one that was very common, and then so you'll do like I did like 3 plus 2, 5, and then another 3. That makes 8, but that one's very easy. I'm trying to think of one that was hard. Well, I can't think of one. But sometimes, say like if you got like the number 12, and then you got like, say if you got like the number 12, if all of it equaled up to like, if something equaled up to like the number 12, and then there was a 1, then that will make 13, and then you will do, what you would do is like 1 plus, no, hold on, I'm saying it wrong. I'm just trying to explain because I have to see it on there. I don't know. So like if you get like say you get like a 13, and then there's a 1, and then you say, okay, well that's 14, well 4 minus 1 equals 3, and then you have the 3, okay? So sometimes you have to do it like that, is what I'm saying, but all of them equal to be a 3 or 8. So I was like, let me look up the gematria on this. So first of all, let me tell y'all something about gematria if you're not familiar. Okay, every number is going to kind of like have good and have bad in it, because so that don't mean like Kanye West definitely had good words on his name, and then he had bad words on his name. But when you're looking up gematria, what you do is kind of like, when you're on a certain subject, if that number has that same subject in that, then you can rest assured that that you've pretty much cracked that code, because we're on the we're on the subject of Illuminati, and then you go under, you know, a certain number that you're trying to find out Illuminati things, and then you see Illuminati symbolism in that number, then that's what you're looking for, because every gematria, you know, every word is going to have good and bad, y'all. So I saw that Kanye West was the name Kanye. I was like, why so many threes and why so many eights? Well, the name Kanye in itself had a gematria of 3, and then and I also noticed, guess what else had a gematria of 3, y'all? Cult, the word cult, and y'all already know what they've been saying about that. So and guess who else's name had a gematria of 3? My very own. It was Ether. So, and then I went to Ether to see the rest of the gematria for it, and it wasn't all that negative. But let me tell y'all one thing. Let me stop right here. When I looked at my birth name, LaShonda, and that's why I want to change my name. And I want those of you guys who are listening to this right now to, like, tell me, what would you do? I've always thought that name had a weird vibration, y'all. So I saw that my name had the vibration of 444. Stop right there. Go look at my 444 video. I feel like it was very important for those to see 444 all the time. I've been seeing it forever. And then my birth name, it was LaShonda, not Shonda, but it was LaShonda. Actually, I had the gematria of 444. 444 to me was just very negative. It had a lot of negative things under it. But it also had the gematria of, I think, 129. And on the 129 side was like very positive. So I was like torn. It even said like Pleiadian, and I was like, oh yeah, I always felt connected to that. To being a Pleiadian, that star seed, and it even had blonde hair on there, y'all, for 129, and y'all know, well, I don't know if y'all know, but I say it all the time, I love me some blonde hair. I dyed my hair blonde recently, and it had, but that was on the 129 side, and it had everything that I really like. It had like Hebrew. I think it had like Israelite or something like that, but I know it had like Hebrew on there. I know it had like I think it had something to do with Native American Indians. You know, the things that I talk about all the time, and it was like it was just like, it was a very good energy on the 129 side. But I was like, it makes me want to change my name. Like I've always said, you know, like when I first heard my name being changed in the spirit, I heard Gabrielle. And for that reason, I want to change my name. But it's like it has a very high vibration, a very low vibration. And I don't know about that. And I looked at the gematria for Gabrielle, which, like I said, some of them have positive and then they have negatives also. But I did like how Gabrielle was like God's chosen or something like that. Like chosen by God, something like that. But I did like how that was on there. Now, when it comes to Kanye West, like I said, it was 3s and then it was 8. So I looked up the gematria for 8. And right under the number 8, what did it say? Demon. And wasn't I telling y'all that when I got on it, it was sounding very demonic. So you can go look it up for yourself. Okay, that was the very first word on the number 8. So now, it wasn't the first word on the list. The first word on the list was actually America. America had a gematria of 8, and then it had the word 8, and then right under the word 8 there was a demon. Okay, so they had the same gematria, and I was like, wow. And guess what else, y'all? I had been wondering, was Kanye West a clone? And clone had the gematria of 8. Okay, hold on. Don't let me give you guys wrong information. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna put it in the timestamps. But clone definitely had the same gematria for it wasn't that it was the number 8. It was whatever you put out the word 8, whatever those numbers came up to be. Clone had those same numbers also, if you guys understand gematria. Now, with that being said, I basically already told y'all what I feel about the album. Now we're gonna get additional messages that's just going to basically confirm or deny what I've been saying and we're just going to see what messages Spirit wants to bring out about that Kanye West album. And I do feel like I should use this deck too. I'm going to pull out this card right here and put that down there. Oh, let me stand up. Back is hurt. This one, I'm going to put this down there. Okay, let me show y'all the cards that have just came out. This one, It's like every time I want to do one of these videos, but I know what this is saying already. My nail want to break. This one. Then I'm going to take this one. So I'm going to read. Should I read these cards right now, or should I go ahead and get these out? No, I'm not going to get these out yet. I'm going to get them out, but I'm going to read these cards. So I am looking at, we do have some 3s and some 8s here, because this is 8 and this is 3. And then we have a 5 here, 5 and an 8. I mean, a 3 equals 8. Okay, and I'm noticing how these cards have to go together, just because they both have 2 girls on the front. And definitely, I don't feel like he is who he is. I don't feel like he is Kanye West. And I feel like it's definitely MK Ultra Mind Control going on, or a clone. Clone did come out for the number 8 though. For the number 8. And this is 8. So I definitely feel like this is saying, for one, he bit off more than he can chew. Now he's in some trouble. I feel like there's 2 of him. There are 2 of him. This is 2 people. This is 2 people. Even though, and when I'm doing readings, it's funny because when I'm doing just regular readings, I often interpret this card, or anytime I see 2 people, it's card for Geminis. But I am picking up masculine and female energy though. And I'm going to clarify this more, because I'm definitely seeing twins to let us know that we are definitely talking about Kanye West. And I'm looking at this heart here between both of them, as if something is not right about the heart. If y'all are picking up something, let me know also. Something that's not right about who he is at the very core. Something's not right about that. Like I said, this is him, and I feel like in her, so maybe that's his wife, biting off more than what they can chew. So, and that's what happens when you get in that industry, I tell you that. A lot of them thinking they fixing to just become like cool and popular. But when you get in that energy, in that industry, you definitely bite off more than what you can chew. So these cards are very similar. And when these cards come out together like this, like it is in the same reading, then that's definitely a message. Again, Spirit is confirming that we're talking about the same person here, because these images are very similar, okay? So they didn't have to come out like this, you know. They could come out when she's dressed and looking like all kinds of ways, whatever. And I do think this is actually talking about, since she's in yellow on this one, then I'm not picking up a female energy right now. And it's not that I'm picking up a male energy either. But I only really pick up female and male energy when it comes to these cards when they have on pink and blue, just because that's just one way Spirit lets me identify it. Or, you know, if the girl have on any other color, then I see what energy I'm picking up on. This is just basically saying, though, that we're definitely talking about Kanye West with these 2 people here in this Gemini spirit here. And I'm looking at how I definitely feel like this is Spirit saying this again, biting off more than what he can chew. You have him starting with this 11 here. When he first started, didn't really know what he was getting himself into, you know, and thinking that things were going to be, he was going to sit up. And I'm looking at this is kind of like she have on her queen crown here. And that could also be like symbolism for, you know, the king also, just because these cards are just going to basically show the woman, a girl. So And like I said, didn't really know what you were getting into, so you signed this contract with the Illuminati. You see that, you guys? You see that triangle right there? Illuminati symbolism. And now you sitting up there like, you know, you seen that. Looking at the 7, I'm getting all kinds of messages. Like, he thought he was doing right, but he actually went towards this way, to this 8 here, to the demonic way. And look at him now down there, slaying all them demons. It's like now you looking at yourself. You up here, but you looking at yourself like, wow, like look how it started. Like, if he could start over, then he probably would. Now you ain't got yourself into even bigger mess. But more so now, I'm seeing a confusion. Okay, y'all, so my phone cut off because I forgot to clear it out before I started. So, I forgot to say, though, when I was saying that 7, he was moving into a, he thought he was going to the right direction, because 7s can indicate that you're going into the right directions, but he moved towards the 8, and 8 can be, when it vibrates high, it's a very positive number. It's all about finances and stuff like that. But we're talking about 8s in the sense of the gematria word when it comes to demons in this case. So that's where I got that from. And but like I was saying, this seems like this is more of a confused mind, or more of a mind that's just not there. Like he's looking out, trying to find himself now, you know, like, and that sounds more like MK Ultra Mind Control, but we gonna see. We're going to see, okay? So, even though, like, this seems like this is just more starting out. This has more activity going on. This says this was more, you know, a lot of, you know, hectic activity going on. Like I said, he was going towards this way. He started to go this way because now he have a lot of demons to slay. And even though this, it seemed like it's more built up, you have more built up things. It looks like it's more clean. I would usually interpret this card as more positive if both of them came out at the same time. It's like you've built up more, you've came up more. This is more of like, more of a clean atmosphere. You still have bugs and dragons and stuff around you, and I feel like this is where he's at now. And he's definitely up here now, looking down like, where am I? Like, who am I? And that's what I'm getting, you guys. Especially with that eye right there. This is what I'm really getting. If you guys are getting additional messages, let me know. Like I said, sometimes people in the comment section say, you know, like, they say, like, they'll tell me, like, that's not what the card meant. This card meant this or that. Okay, the thing is, I accept when people say, I'm getting another message in the spirit, because I can't tell you what your spirit say, but my cards have my own definition for them. Now, if you're picking up a different message in the spirit, then you can say that, but you can just put a definition on the card, you know what I'm saying? But definitely trying to explain what people do sometimes. Like, people just tell me, like, the card don't mean that or something like that. I'm like, I have my own definitions for cards, just like anybody that read cards will, you know. I mean, when it comes to oracle cards, you know. So, with that being said, but I definitely welcome when people say, you know what, this is what I'm feeling like, or this is an additional message. I definitely respect that. So, and that's what I want. And that's what I'm really feeling, you guys. It seems like to me, Spirit is really just trying to, this wants to come out, trying to let us know that the album really is, that we're really talking about Kanye West here. We're really talking about more than just a Gemini here. And we're really talking about that this album is just like a demonic thing. And I'm going to see what other messages want to come out. And I'm going to ask some specific messages also. So, y'all already know when I do messages, sometimes some cards come out for you guys. And Y'all, so this is a message for someone. Someone is hearing this message and kind of taking it a little hard. Y'all, like I said, a lot of these celebrities, that's what they do. That's why I kept hearing that song. They just put on. This stuff is not real. I mean, you probably really felt like Kanye West was changing. He was doing a good thing. But they just be putting on. They put on for the city. They put on for the people, like I've been saying. And so, don't let this, with this card here, don't let this reading or just anybody, even if it's not this reading, some of you guys are probably coming to a time in your life where you feel like a lot of people are just letting you down, and you feel like you're just like, I just don't even want to go on no more. I don't want to do light work no more. And that's how a lot of people go to the dark side. Like I tell you guys, for some reason, people feel like light is weak. They feel like if you're in the light, then light is just not as strong as dark. That's just their own weird perception for some reason, but that's just what some people, now at the end of the day, to each his own. I feel like it's a weird perception, but at the end of the day, to each their own. Everybody, if everybody, everybody's not going to think everybody's way is cool, so, but I think that's just weird to feel like light is weak and dark is stronger, like demons are better than angels, because demons are come off, like that, and angels come off as sweet. But you really have to change your belief system. You have to change your way of thinking if you think light is weak. Or, like I said, love, and when people talk about love and light, it's really because they're just intimidated by how strong and how powerful love and light can be. Okay? I talked to someone not too long ago who was very heavily influenced by the demonic. Very. And, the way I turned that situation around was with love and light. And I knew that was the only way that I could turn that situation around. I had to come at that situation. Now, in my everyday life, because I'm the type of person, you come at me crazy, and I might come at you right back crazy, But when it came to that situation, and I can feel the things that we were talking about, me and this person was talking about, and this was a guy. I just feel like I need to say that, so when nobody be thinking I'm crazy. But this was a guy I was talking to. It was like very, influenced by the demonic, and I turned that around by love. So with this remember to breathe it card out here, I think even if it's not Kanye West, I think some of you guys have just been going through some things where you really just been seeing people's actions and seeing people for who they are, and Spirit is like, just don't give up. When it says remember to breathe, it's basically just saying take a step back, just reevaluate everything. Don't just start. You don't act like what you've seen. Don't go to that side. With this feed your spirit card here, that's what I'm saying. Continue to feed your spirit love, okay? Not like, at the end of the day, y'all, I'm telling you, there's nothing good on that side. People like to work with the dark, and they feel like it makes them feel powerful or empowered, but that's just because they never really experienced the light. Because growing up, maybe it's growing up, maybe it comes from your childhood beliefs. People just think for some reason light is weak. They just think light is just not as powerful as dark. And like I said, if you ever experienced or ever seen, like, just say like a match with an angel and a demon, like, man, demons, like, they know that they have nothing on angels. Like, they will. It's really sad and pathetic to watch, and I still haven't made my video yet, and I'm gonna do that, and I might do it today or tomorrow. I will. When I'm talking about the video when I was talking about when I went to hell, watch that, and I have to talk about. I also have to talk about in that video when I experienced the energy of Yahweh and the devil and the difference between that. Y'all, if people would never work with a demon, if you really saw how weak they were and how intimidated they are by angels, like, an angel can just like do that. That's just how. But I think people are just not really experienced with angels or something like that, or anything that refers to themselves as a demon. Because sometimes people feel like, not the demons I work with or something like that. Man, if you refer to yourself to a demon, to a low vibrational word like that, then, you know, you the same demon that we all know. I want to pull this card. So, this is what I'm getting with this card. You're the boss. And I'm looking at this 3 here. This is a 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 3. So I definitely think with this you're the boss here, I definitely think this is saying that they are definitely, Illuminati are pulling Kanye West by the strings here. Like, the image just kind of looks Kanye West-ish, don't it? Kanye West-ish. Like, he's not in control no more. He's not the boss no more. And we have this 3, and the 3 in Kanye. This is Yahweh letting us know that we are talking about Kanye, because Kanye, the word Kanye did have the gematria of 3, and he's not the boss no more. He's not the boss no more, y'all. And let me just get into that spirit. Give us messages, more messages about him being himself, him not being himself, MK Ultra mind control, cloned. What's going on here? This card. So, this is a male figure, okay? This is a male figure with this blue here, and not being able to hear. If anybody came out in a negative way too, upside down. If you've been following my readings, then I interpret this the same. It's all about, sometimes it's about intuition. It's really about someone that's not listening, don't want to listen to good things, you know, and things like that. I interpret that card like this all the time. So, for one, look at those bees, y'all, and those butterflies. Someone told me butterflies are a, y'all know butterflies will definitely, because I love butterflies. So butterflies definitely can vibrate high and have a very good meaning. But on a low level, it is an Illuminati symbolism. Yeah. For, like, what was they saying? Like the monarch? Something like that. I don't know. I hope that person is on this video now. They can tell us more about butterflies, or either when it comes to Illuminati symbolism. But it is one. And this is him. I'm not feeling like it's him not willing to listen. I feel like he can't listen. And I feel like this is more so MK Ultra mind control. Now, I know that clone came out when I was wondering, was he cloned or not? It actually came out. Or either he's on his way to being cloned. I just want to ask Spirit, because I don't feel like this album is him. I don't feel like this album is him. And I just want to ask Spirit, is he cloned or is he MK Ultra mind control? And y'all just going to follow me in the spirit. Woo, those wanted to come out. Did y'all see those wanted to come out? It's these 2. Oh, man. Look at this 3. Look. He finna be blood sacrificed by her. Wow. Look at the teddy bear. How are we not talking about Kanye West? Remember when he first came out? During this whole reading, we've been talking about when he first came out. I was about to say something with that 1 on that last card also. Where that card at? It was a 1. We're talking about when been talking about when he first came out. How his agenda is just not the same no more. He's definitely not the same no more, but it's not him that's doing it. He hadn't went crazy. His mind has been taken over. Kanye West would have had a beautiful message for us. But that's one way the enemy gets us, you guys. The enemy will take you, and I had a dream about this recently, that this is what's going to happen to me. So if it does happen, y'all already know. Especially you follow it in the spirit, because it happened to me one time before. You know, when you have a good message, the first thing the enemy wants to do, these low vibrational entities that are around us, the first thing they want to do is take your message and taint it. And they're going to make you look crazy, and they're going to make you look incredible. Uncredible. So which word is it? Uncredible? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So they don't want people to believe your word and your message. So they gonna try to make you look crazy. And that happened to me before a couple of years ago. I had a dream like a couple of nights ago where something like that was gonna try to happen to me again. But for one, this is the message that Spirit wants to let out. Didn't he have the whole teddy bear image when he first came out? This is a female that's going to probably have to blood sacrifice him. We're talking about Kanye again. Look at that 3 plus 0. 3. So this is Spirit definitely saying, like, listen up. We're talking about Kanye. This is not coincidences here. We don't believe in coincidences over here, do we? Y'all, I've said before, in some way I can believe in coincidences. But, most of the time, nope. And I just told y'all the gematria for the name Kanye was 3. Now, as far as this right here, I feel more so MK Ultra Mind Control. This is male energy here. So we're talking about him laying on this couch, sick from something that they gave him. This is a 7, upside down. Not going in the right direction. Or 3. Wow. Or 3. We're still talking about Kanye West here. Spirit is like, I'm just trying to show y'all. We're talking about Kanye West, all right. 3. And I think, I kind of feel like Spirit is like he's somewhere laid up somewhere. Like his real body is somewhere laid up. Like a lot of people that have been cloned. And I want to know, is he cloned or is he MK Ultra Mind Control? And that's what I'm feeling. I'm really feeling, that's what I'm feeling, y'all. I'm going to go with cloned. Because on that video, watch that new video. For one, he don't look like himself. When they start cloning him, they start, gaining weight and losing weight, and stuff like that. And he wasn't really talking. He was just doing all his Kanye West movements and stuff like that. All the little, Kanye West movements. He didn't say much because he has been cloned. Now, if they had to clone him, then that means, when he first came back out with Donald Trump after he said all that stuff about Jay-Z, I thought they just MK Ultra Mind controlled him and they didn't clone him at that point, and I think so. And he came back out with that blonde hair, and I know blonde hair is a sign that, something is a sign to show that like something had been carried out, something had actually worked, So they give them blonde hair sometimes to show, like the other entities, like, yeah, this assignment had been carried out, this assignment actually worked, And then he didn't even look like himself. And I definitely feel like what Spirit is saying, he had been MK Ultra Mind Control. And I think Kanye West is now gone. I think he's now gone. So R.I.P. Kanye West, and I think he is now cloned because when you have someone like that, especially someone with that Gemini energy, man, you can't shut up, man. It works for you sometimes, and it don't. My son, he can't shut up at all. So, and y'all, my Mercury is in Gemini. People tell me that sometimes. So, man, I think it's sad because when they said Kanye West would never bring out more music like he used to, and I was just listening to that part on that Jesus song, isn't it tight though? That's a good, that verse is so good, like a lot of Kanye West songs. I like what he said, you can act big, call me man, I talk so long, I ain't lie. So long, I ain't lie. Okay, I love that song, but Kanye West was so tight, and I feel like we could just say R.I.P. Kanye West now. The blood sacrifice that's going to be made. I mean, who's she killing? But for one, or Lord have mercy, she already did it. She already did it. That's what it is. I'm looking at, I was about to confirm some stuff with these cards. I'm hearing in the spirit. You guys are hearing in the spirit. I look down at this pink, at this pink quartz right here. Quartz right here. Some people call them rose quartz. I do. Rose quartz. Man, and this is the stone for love. And I feel like that spirit is just showing us that, for one, you guys, keep love. Man, what's wrong with that? Don't be intimidated by love. Keep love in your life. Matter of fact, I want everybody to just draw into this energy right here, because I feel like there was no love. Spirit is confirming that we are talking about the pink. We were talking about her and love in their marriage. And she, man, one of them two cards at? Here they go. She blood sacrificed him. She already did it. The thing is, her little smart self did it in a way to where they actually let him look like he was still alive, and they cloned him, because she's still benefiting from this. The world is still benefiting from this. Okay. First time you noticing this little broken house right there in the background. That's what it looks like. Broken house, broken home, broken family. Oh. Imagine what stuff like that does to children. I always think like that too. Like, these children, they don't care. They so selfish. You know, a lot of these children, they mess them up right when they come into the world. They start training them for the industry right then and there. A lot of these children names already be signed. They don't even have control of their own souls no more, because their mothers already handed them over. But imagine what that does to a child. You looking at your mom and your daddy, you know that it's not your mom and your daddy. It just look like them. Them babies know that. They know that's not their daddy no more. And that's why they be having these surrogates, whatever. Y'all know I can't talk. Surrogates, whatever. And stuff like that, because I mean, like, fake people can't have babies, you know. I'm not saying if Kim is fake or not, because I'm not doing no reading on her. But how Kanye West gonna have a baby? You know, he probably been gone. But I'm gonna pull something else. I just feel like something else wants to come out. This one. Wow! I think I did a reading yesterday. I don't know, but I just uploaded it. If anybody coincidentally pulled this card, then you know what I'm saying. Because I always interpret this card one of many ways. Something that is gone. Something that is going. Something that is leaving. And then I say he was gone. Okay, she has on red here. That's another one. That's one way that I might interpret male energy. Wow. 5, the number for change. For movement, what I always say. Oh yeah, I was noticing the bees. I know bees can be part of Illuminati symbolism too. And dice. And he's gone. And I'm kind of sad, because I feel like we're having like a low-key funeral here for Kanye West, because I was already feeling like his energy was gone. You know, I was feeling like that, y'all. Now, are y'all feeling like that? I feel like Kanye West is now gone, and he is no more. And so when people be doing, when the blogs start talking about Kanye West, sometimes I think it's funny when they talk about Kanye West or any celebrity, and I already know they be talking about fake people. They be sitting up there judging these fake people. They be sitting up there judging people who have been MK Ultra mind control, like Cardi B, her crazy self. They didn't have to go too far with her, because her energy was already there. But a lot of it is her MK Ultra mind control be acting out, and her energy just not. It's already not there. But anyways, that's all, y'all, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Rest in peace, Kanye West. We will not hear any more iconic music from him anymore. Maybe so, unless Illuminati do it, because they can make some good music. So, hey, what they do, because we all be jumping around dancing to it. So, I don't feel like he'll be making any more iconic music anymore. He would not be making iconic statements anymore. From here on out, he'll probably be saying real crazy religious sounding stuff, you know, just to make his message more not credible and just to make us more. And that is the agenda, and that's why I'm here for. Okay, that is the agenda, to just sit down all light workers that anybody that ever had any like work in them. And I think after that last thing he did with Jay-Z thing, I think first he came out MK Ultra Mind Control, and then they had to clone him. Like I said, Kim, and I feel like Kim was like, nah, homie, you messing me up. So, bye y'all. That is all. Comment down in the comment section. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing from you guys. However you feel about this, I'm gonna take it. But when y'all start, but when not y'all, when some people start being like a little too narcissistic, because I understand the YouTube comment section feeds the narcissist, okay? So if they start acting a little bit like that, then I'm gonna have to disable the comments, just because I can't be waking up 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning singing like crazy stuff. And the reason why I say that is because my phone will notify me when things, you know, when I have comments or something like that. And even though I don't check them all the time, sometimes I just automatically check a notification because I don't know which is which until I start getting, you know, better technology and stuff. That's all, y'all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe if you haven't already, so we can become a part of each other's tribe. Bye.